Hello, Temple, and hello, San Antonio. This is Pastor Glover from Temple Missionary Baptist Church, and we're here today to try something a little different with our ministry. We did some things before that was called 5 Minutes of Power, where I would kind of give a little overview of what was going on with Temple Missionary Baptist Church. But the Lord has given me a revelation to do something that we're going to call FaceTime with Pastor Glover. And so with the FaceTime, members get a chance to come in and ask me 3 questions about a personal question. They can ask me about the ministry, and they can also ask me a question about the Bible. And so this is our first tape, and we want you to sit back and enjoy what we're getting ready to do here. I got Deacon Blunt with me here, and he's going to ask me the questions, and let's go.
Thank you for allowing me to help you out here, Pastor. My first question is, when did you first receive or feel like you received the calling to be a pastor?
Okay. When I first thought I was going to be a preacher,
yes, sir.
I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I got I just had these voices that was talking to me, and I was scared, and I really didn't know what was going on, and everybody wanted me to be a preacher anyway because my granddaddy was a preacher. Mm-hmm. And so I fought it because that wasn't what I wanted. But I mean, I would go and I'd give testimonies at church, and everybody would be like, wow, this kid's only 8 years old, and blah. You know, but me, I'm like, preaching, I don't really want to be involved with it. But the other calling, the real calling, I guess you want to say, was probably around 2000, where my spirit just became uncomfortable with the way I was living and the way things were going on in my life, and I just was uncomfortable. And I knew something was going on, and I knew I was trying to get closer to the Lord, and I also knew that He was speaking to me. And so finally in 2002, I stopped running and began my ministry with the West Ridge Park First Baptist Church over on the west side, under Pastor Dr. E.L. Hewitt Jr. And that was when that began.
Okay. A Bible question is, who's your biblical hero?
I have 2.
Okay.
My biblical hero is Paul. And the reason I like Paul is because Paul, he was like a book of Acts before when he was Saul. Yeah. And Ron Glover was a book of Acts, okay? And so, but the zeal and the way that he conducted himself, once he became saved and converted, he took that same energy, and he took that same strength that he had, and he used it for the Lord. And so I kind of look at me as that way. You know, I'm very extroverted and open and hopefully down to earth, and I feel I'm the same way in my ministry. And so I kind of relate to Paul that way. And of course Jesus, man. You know, you can't be a pastor of a church and not have Jesus be a hero. Absolutely. That'd be oxymoron. But you know, just the thought of the whole world on his shoulders, and him having the guts to say, you know what, Daddy, I'll do it. Amen. You know, there's nobody else down there that can take care of it. I'll do it. I'll take care of it. Yes, sir. And then I'll do everything you need for me to do. I'll spread the word, and then I'll come back and hang out with you until everybody else starts coming back up. So, those 2.
Perfect. Okay, and my last question is, from the time that you first came to Temple up until now, how do you feel that your ministry has progressed?
Man, to God be the glory. I think that our ministry has progressed greatly, and it's nothing that I've done. You know, it's just because God is using us in a good way. And you know, we were talking about earlier about the personality part of us and all those things. I think I had a kind of personality that for some reason people have always kind of been drawn to me. And so what God does is He uses His power and He uses His strength and everything through me for that. And what has happened when we first came in, we only had maybe 10 or 15 members to what we have now. I think what has happened is that I've realized that it ain't about me. You know, it's about what God is doing through me. And so I give Him all the credit, I give Him all the glory. I prepare, and I make sure that I try and do everything I can to be that voice for him. And then the people come, and you know how it is at Temple. If you stay more than 3 or 4 weeks, you're gonna stay here forever.
That's right.
You know, but
That's
he
right.
he's the one that's kind of conducting and doing all of those things, and so we have tremendous growth. I mean, just in our men's ministry, when I first got here, we had maybe only 2 men, and now we have a big old choir for the men. And now, you know, our youth are doing great. Our music ministry is great. And that's one of the things that I have to admit that I always wanted in a ministry. When I was sitting there thinking, if I ever became a pastor, it would be great if I had a good music ministry. We have a fantastic music ministry, and fantastic staff, and God is just working with us, man. So I would say tremendous growth, but we're not even close to scratching the surface of where we do.
A long ways to go, but we're in the right direction, I think. Well, Pastor, I want to thank you for taking the time to answer those questions for me and letting us know a little bit more about you. I feel we're in the right place and you're the right one to lead us.
Well,
Thank you very much.
I appreciate that, D. I'll give you the $50 later. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap that up. And okay, the rest of you Templites, y'all get y'all questions ready, because everybody's going to get an opportunity to come and sit with Pastor and do this, and then we'll put it on the blog, and we can all sit back and have a good time and realize how God is blessing us, and also that hopefully y'all know that y'all pastor is cool enough where you can come and you can just talk to him, and you don't have to be scared and all that little kind of stuff. You know, I'm probably the least intimidated guy that you're going to be. So God bless you, God keep you, and that's a wrap.